Pestilent Dawn. Welcome back, Crypt Crow! Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you so much for being back in the crypt. It's good to be back tonight. It's good to be back doing a Dark Reflections. It's actually been a little while since we've done one of these. We're a little bit behind on them, actually, but I am going to be cranking them out here in the near future. So, lots more of these coming very, very soon. But tonight, we're talking about a very special one. Tonight we're talking about motherfucking Michigan's own Throne. Come on. Look at that artwork. Absolutely amazing artwork. Kind of artwork that you keep looking at it and it just fucking, you keep seeing more. This shit is absolutely, even under the CD. Get a hard copy, people. Link in the description below. Get a CD because the artwork is just phenomenal. It comes with the booklet with all the lyrics. Just absolutely amazing job on the hard copies for this one. The new album, this is the debut full-length album from Throne. Pestilent Dawn is the title. It was released on April 9th, 2021. And that wonderful artwork that you were just checking out is done by Brian Sheenan of Ledgermain Art. Sorry if I messed any of that up. Terrible with names. Terrible. But like I said, this is Throne's debut album. So if you've never heard of them, brief history. Hailing from fucking Jackson, Michigan, Throne was formed in 2014 by frontman Nathan and drummer Colin, initially as a side project, but it quickly took center stage. They released their debut EP, Altar of the Dying, in 2018 to high critical acclaim, and now they are back with Pestilent Dawn, their first ever full length. Throne is on guitar and lead vocals Nathan Barnes, drums Colin Perpigani, bass Leslie Drake, and guitar Joseph Kesslering. Think I got all that right. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Normally I'm terrible. But yeah, so that is Throne. That is a brief bio. New album out now. Let's fucking get into it. The first 4 tracks on the album I kind of look at as one like section. It starts off with an intro track which is mostly instrumental outside of a fucking hair-raising scream. But then it goes into Amongst the Sinners They Came Forth. You know, Amongst the Sinners They Came Forth and In the Midst of Chaos. You know, those 2 songs just insane, mind-crushing death metal, just tornadoes of guitars and drums, insane fucking screams, big groovy heavy chugs, haunting ass sections, fucking like Hate Eternal Cannibal Corpse vibes, like fucking awesome solos, like mind-bending solos. It's just all of it really setting a tone for what's to come on the rest of the album. Then we get to track 4, And They Shall Weep, which is absolutely one of my favorite tracks on the album. This is where we start to get a lot of more blackened elements coming in, and they let those like really shine. And while it's really, really heavy and really, really fast, it's still like scary and like haunting kind of. And the lyrics to this one are some of the most terrifying on the entire album. It almost, I don't know, like it almost makes you feel like should I be reading this? I don't know. It's fucking, I love that though. It's fucking insane. Absolutely phenomenal. And then we get to Eternity in Mourning. Okay? First of all, it's real rare for a metal band to put an instrumental track in an album anymore, especially a death metal band, and then especially to have that instrumental track be like a slow, beautiful acoustic melody. And putting it right in the middle of an album this ferocious and raw and intense and fucking scary, it almost adds like this, like an element of it shouldn't be here. Like like there's a wrongness to it, as awesome as it is. And I think that like really creates a emotional element when you get to this point in the album that I think is fucking absolutely awesome. Now, here's the thing. You could call Throne death metal, blackened death metal, blackened tech death metal, all these different names. But at the end of the day, it's just fucking metal. Ultimately. And it's metal at its deathy blackened best, without question. And to me, they just revel in their influences, and unite them masterfully. And there's no better, in my opinion at least, there's no better example of that on this album than the title track, Pestilent Dawn. It's one of my favorite tracks on the album, hands down. The speed and intensity are undeniable, and it's just a gut punch of fucking groove, just mind-altering drums, ferocious vocals. It's unbelievable, and I think it's a really good example of them kind of really bringing together and unifying so many different elements in one track, but making them all work in a unique way that just is outstanding to me. Just they fucking knock it out of the park with that one. And then the last one that I really want to talk about is Beyond Malice. Probably my favorite track on the album, featuring a friend of ours, very good friend of ours, Clint Franklin, lead vocalist of Lansing's own Recorruptor. Very cool to hear him on this one. And it starts with this heavy, chuggy groove. But the way that Barnes and Clint play off each other vocally is fucking amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm just more of this in metal. I've been saying this for years. More guests, especially vocalists and stuff in metal. I love hearing different kinds of vocalists going back and forth like that. It's really fucking cool to hear that every time. And it's it's so fast. This is probably the fastest song on the album. It's almost like Black and Deathcore? I don't know. Did they just invent a new subgenre even? I don't know. Fucking A. But that song is an absolute masterpiece. It's fucking insane. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just an absolute, it's so fast, it's so brutal, this whole album is such a great headbanging album. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. So, at the end of the day though, after all is said and done, I love this album. I'll never forget the first time I saw this band at Mac's Bar. I think the whole time the whole stage was just in red, so it was just constantly intense, and it blew me away. It absolutely blew me away. Their performance fucking floored me. Their intensity, how heavy they were just perfect, in terms of how how they sounded and everything. It was a really, really great performance. I wish I could remember what show that was at. I know it was with Recorruptor. Recorruptor was on the same show. But it was one of the last times I was at Max, so within the last few years. But that was a performance that I still remember to this day because of just how absolutely amazing it was. The riffs, the drums, the vocals, everything on this album is amazing. The production is unbelievable. Everything about it's so fucking raw, but everything sounds so good. Nothing sounds messy or anything at all. To have a band that sounds like this, that is this absolutely dialed in on the sound of this kind of death metal, and to have them be from right here in mid-Michigan, too, and to have seen them and to know how incredible they are live, all those things combined, it's really awesome, and it's really special for fans like me, to know that, you know, there are some awesome sounds coming out of all parts of Michigan right now in the world of heavy metal. And I do think it's something to be absolutely fucking celebrating. It just means the world to me that these guys even exist. And they are fucking... This album is fucking phenomenal and has been blowing my mind for the last month. This Dark Reflections would have been done a couple weeks ago, but just a whole lot of things have come up. But it was pretty much all done and ready, but I just had to record it. So finally sat down to do that. Man, this one blew me away. Cannot recommend it enough. And just fucking honored to be talking about it and proud to say they're from Michigan too. Absolutely phenomenal. We don't, you know, we're not, this isn't a review. We're just kind of reflecting on it. So we don't really have a rating system, but if I did, you know, this would probably get a 10 out of 10 or, you know, whatever the highest mark would be. Phenomenal. Absolutely love this one, everyone. Check out Throne, Pestilent Dawn. Pick up a hard copy. It's so worth it. They're amazing. Links to all things Throne, where you can get the hard copy, where you can check them out, and everything in the description below, and their social media. Links to all of it in the description below for everybody. Be sure to check out all things Throne. But that's going to about wrap it up for this one. As like I said earlier, we got a few more of these coming very soon. As always, we got a lot more coming very soon. Everybody check out Pestilent Dawn, please. These guys are fucking amazing. It's their debut album. You can get it on the ground floor. Ugh! They're amazing. Can't wait to see them live again. It's going to be incredible. That's going to be about it for this one, though. We'll be back again very soon with much, much more. As always, raise your fucking horns. Bang your goddamn heads. Everybody check out Throne. We love you all to death. Good night!